All right, we're here in front of a Ineos Grenadier. Just want to talk a little bit about some of the steering options that we can do to kind of improve what some people perceive as, a bit of an odd feel. Obviously, these trucks are set up for off-road driving, but we do have to drive them around on the street. Some of them are your daily drivers, so there's some improvements we can make to kind of make them a little bit more comfortable and reduce driver fatigue.
One of the things that we suggest here at Main Line Overland is if you're looking to upgrade the suspension on your Grenadier, is that you also take a look at doing that steering stabilizer. It'll help you change the ride quality of your new ride to something you're more in tune with. The factory steering stabilizer on the Ineos Grenadier is sometimes blamed for a poor steering feel. A lot of symptoms that owners of these vehicles sometimes report: excessive steering play, wandering on the road, and poor overall general control of the vehicle. Because of this, many owners upgrade to Fox or King steering stabilizers to tighten the steering up. A steering stabilizer is basically a hydraulic shock absorber mounted between the axle and the steering linkage, usually the drag link or a track bar, and it works exactly like a suspension shock, but more for steering. When driving on a solid axle vehicle, bumps or road grooves push the tires left or right. Those forces travel through the tire, to the knuckle, to the tie rod, to the drag link, to the steering box, and then ultimately to you at the steering wheel. Without dampening, the steering wheel moves consistently. A stabilizer absorbs those shocks before they reach the steering box. Aftermarket stabilizers are designed to reduce wandering and inconsistent steering feedback. Another problem that a steering stabilizer fixes is the poor return to center that people experience in the Grenadier. The Grenadier stock stabilizer is overly stiff and poorly balanced. Better stabilizers, like the Fox or the King, use equal dampening in both directions, which helps the wheels settle back towards center. And lastly, steering kickback. On rough terrain, rocks, potholes, washboard roads, the steering stabilizer absorbs the shock so the wheel doesn't jerk around in your hands. This helps reduce fatigue on long traveling and helps improve the control of the vehicle. With the classic design of the Grenadier harking back to the old Defender days, doing the steering stabilizer and also improvements to your suspension helps you get a ride quality that's similar to more modern rides today. Great for off-road, but can always be better on-road, so do these simple things in order to help you out get that nice ride quality.
The Grenadier steering pump upgrade kit. This is actually the most direct fix for several steering complaints. You can get a lot of steering pump noise with the stock steering pump. The stock pump is known for whining. The upgraded pump reduces this noise dramatically. What the pump upgrade changes is it upgrades and replaces the pump internals and adds new software calibration. Power steering systems influence how strongly the wheel turns. The upgraded pump increases assist behavior so the wheel comes back to center more naturally. The Grenadier uses hydraulic power steering. The pump generates pressure that helps turn the steering box. The pump changes hydraulic pressure curve, assist timing, and pump response. It gives a stronger return to center force.
Can you leave it at the center for a little bit? Yeah, go ahead. Keep turning.
So these things simply turning this pump, this giant rack here, right here, this to turn the wheels. This hydraulic fluid, basically, this pump is electronically controlled to control how much pressure this pump gets in order to get all the fluid through it. This increases line pressure just based off of you steering the wheel, based on how quickly or how slowly you turn it. And your vehicle speed. So like at slower speed, it'll increase the line pressure to help you maneuver parking lots better.
Finally, we have the metal cloak arms. So we've got kind of panhard rod / track bar, We've got upper and lower control arms in the rear of the front axle there, and those are adjustable, and that gives us the ability to kind of dial in a little bit more caster. Caster is kind of like spindle angle, so as we get more caster, the vehicle is going to want to track straighter, more naturally with less steering wheel inputs. And as we, basically get that dialed in, you might get some return to center a little bit more than you're getting currently, right? Because these trucks, you kind of have to unwind the steering wheel. These arms also give you the potential to adjust the axle for driveline angle in the front, which, anybody that lifts these knows you have to pay pretty close attention to that front drive shaft as you do it. There are upgraded drive shafts out there, but that's kind of a separate deal apart from the steering that we're talking about today. But yeah, thanks for checking this out. If you have any other questions, be sure to reach out to us at Main Line Overland. Be happy to help.